That's one of the things that I saw. And then the second thing, um, I found out years later that we had just did a big concert at the Houston Astrodome, and we were the only entity, not even the basketball players or whoever was at the time could even fill out the Astrodome, but we did. No Limit completely filled it out, right? I remember being there. We did the show, and I remember we all went back to our hotel rooms, and all of a sudden the security, Pokey, Maine, V90, all of them knocked on the door and said, "Don't come out your room. Don't come out your room." And I was like, "Shit, all right. I didn't plan on coming out anyway." But they was like, "Don't come out for whatever reason until we come get you. Don't come out this room." So we didn't come out the room. So I found out later that supposedly I guess the Illuminati had approached Pete and was like, "Yo, we want to be a part of what you're doing. We don't want none of your money, but we're going to set you up to get more money, and we want a part of that." And he was like, I don't need your money. You know, I got my own money. I don't want to be a part of none of y'all. None of what you're doing, right? And it was very aggressive. Then they said that, again, P was in New York, and he got on the elevator. Now, this is hearsay now, but I do remember being told not to leave out my hotel room in Houston. So, you know, there's some validity to it. And they said that when P was in New York, you know, he still had, you know, a couple of bodyguards around him. But these guys got on the elevator with him, and they was like, you know, "We told you we want to be part of what you're doing, and you know, but we don't want nothing to start happening to the people on your label." So he was like, "Look, I told you I don't want to have nothing to do with y'all. You know, but do what you do. You're gonna be at war." You know what I mean? And that's just how P was. You know, like people see a whole nother side of P. They see the TV P, they see the entrepreneur P, but he's still Master P from the Calio, and he's still Master P from Richmond, California, and he will act accordingly. You know, and that's what my witness in the occult and what I saw, you know, regarding like ritual type situations, man. It was bizarre.
Very bizarre. Let's start with the masterpiece, since you just talked about that. P wasn't having none of it.
No shorts of it. You know, like he told him, "I'm Master P. I don't know who you are, but if you come at me, you're gonna be at war. I promise you, you're gonna go to war, and I'm not talking about no record slang war. We're gonna be at war."
And
like they say, PP has a whole nother side of him that people I guarantee don't want to see.
And what time frame was this? You said it was after a show.
That was okay. We did like right. We had put out "Pushing Aside You," and I think that I don't even think we hadn't even started shooting. We had just started shooting. I Got the Hook Up. So it was like 90, 98, 97, 98-ish, into 97, going into 98.
So they saw that P was, you know, quickly climbing up the charts and taking over, dominating the music, and they wanted. And
what I heard was once they hear that you have made $50 million, then they approach you. This is all that I found out later on how whatever. And then the guy started saying, "Hey, man, has a lot of people of this type of group been coming?" I was like, yeah. He said, "Man, trust me, you still being groomed, Rico. Like, you know, how I don't want to name the name of this entity or this group, but at the time I was around a whole bunch of them. And they all kept trying to get me into this one group. And then what happens is once you get into this one group, you rise up the ranks, and then you farm over to what I guess they call the Illuminati." And that's what happens.
Hell no. And then shortly after, You know, I mean, he was still very successful. You know, Snoop came over in '98, obviously. But a few years later, I noticed, No Limit started to die down a little bit. And
now, see that you be spot on, because if you heard what I said, the people said we don't want something to start happening to the people on your record label, and then that's when P started kind of dismantling things. Because again, he has another side to him, but he also has a very compassionate, loving side that hey, these are my people. I'm not finna have nothing happen to them. So he kind of like pushed some things down, and moved around and started doing other endeavors, because again, if you ever heard him, he said, y'all think I'm a rapper, I'm really a gaffler. But really what he was saying, I'm just a hustler and I just happen to make a lot of money in the rap game. Now I'm finna flip it over here and do some real estate, or I'm finna go get some money it's a sports level or whatever. He moved his money around.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to UGSforlife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.